You know, a few years ago, I launched my leadership bid in my home riding of Papineau, so it's quite fitting that I get to launch my bid to be Prime Minister of Canada right here in my second home of BC. And I can tell you, somewhere my Grandpa Sinclair is smiling and nodding approvingly. Canadians want change. They want real change. And no wonder Stephen Harper's plan has failed our country. We are working harder and harder to make ends meet, but falling further and further behind. Those few who have done well have done very, very well. But the middle class and those hoping to join it, the truth is, folks today are more likely to fall out of the middle class than they are to join it. And now, to top it all off, we're headed into another recession. J'ai voyagé d'un bout à l'autre du pays.
One end to the other of the country during a met with thousands of Canadians where they live, where they work, in Tim Hortons, in the plant where they go every morning, in parks where they have fun with the kids, and their arenas and homes. I want to tell all these men, women, and kids that I've met that you are the center of this election. You have to speak about the future and the person that has the plan and the team that will make a real difference, a positive difference in your life, in your everyday life. A person that shares your values and understands what you are experiencing, that understands that daily life is not easy, that there is a new plan for the economy.
It's time to choose a person and a team with an economic plan based on this fundamental truth about Canada, that if you want to create jobs and grow the Canadian economy, you have to give middle-class Canadians a real and fair chance to succeed. Let's be clear. There's a big choice to be made in this election. The Conservatives think you grow the economy by making wealthy people wealthier. We know that you grow the economy by strengthening the middle class and those hoping to join it. I've been to every corner of this country over the past few years, and you've told me over and over again that you don't think anyone in Ottawa is listening. Well, I am. You told me, give us change that makes a real, positive difference in our lives. We're working harder than ever, but we just can't get ahead. We can't save for our kids' education, let alone our own retirement. We're seeing our young adults return home, unable to find work, and we worry that we'll be thrown out of work ourselves. We all know we know all the government ads in the world cannot hide the truth that Canada's economy is not working for us, and it's harder and harder to make ends meet. That's what the people I've met are saying. Canadians are my advisors in every home, in every town and city across this country. This election is about the people with bills to pay and futures to plan. Cette élection ne porte pas sur les sondages.
Is not about polls.
Elle ne porte pas sur
It's
les
not about
tactiques politiques.
political
Elle
tactics.
porte sur l'avenir des
It's
gens
about
qui
the
travaillent
future
fort à
of
tous les
those who are
jours
working hard
pour
every day
élever leurs enfants et
to
bâtir
raise their
leur
kids and
communauté.
build their
Les gens qui
communities.
croient que l'avenir
People who
peut être
believe that the
meilleur
future can
pour
be
notre
better
pays.
for our country.
Pendant cette campagne,
For
je vais
this, during this
parcourir ce
campaign,
pays de long
I will
en
go
large,
across this country
comme
from
nos
end to
candidats
end, just
de
like our
parcourront
candidates
de
will,
porte en porte
from door to
pour
door,
parler
to
directement aux
speak
gens
directly with the people
qui n'ont plus de voix
who
depuis
have
longtemps.
no longer a voice
Des gens pour qui
for a long
ce qui se
time.
passe au
People
Parlement
for whom what's going on in Parliament is so far from their reality, but for whom the next bills are coming quickly. And here is what we will tell them. You know Mr. Harper's Conservatives. You know that they are tired, out of ideas, and disconnected from reality. You know it's time to change, to give ourselves a new government and to take a new direction. But you want that change to mean something for you and for your family.
You don't want to replace a failed plan for the economy with a mirage. You want a new plan, one that will work for you. You want change that works for you. That changes not just where we all sit in the House of Commons, but where your finances sit when you go over them at the end of the month and crunch the numbers. That plan is our Liberal plan. A family with 2 kids making $90,000 a year will get $2,500 more tax-free. Low-income families will see 315,000 kids lifted out of poverty. 9 out of 10 Canadians will be better off in hard dollars and cents under our plan than either of my opponent's plans. And we will pay for our plan in 2 ways. We will make the wealthiest pay more in taxes. We think that's fair. After all, they've had a pretty good 10 years. And we will stop sending checks to millionaires just because they have children. Nous avons un nouveau plan pour l'économie.
We have a new plan for the economy that will help the middle class. By improving the life of Canadians, our plan will improve Canada. When families work hard, can save for their retirement, they are investing in businesses, in employers and jobs. When they can help to pay for the studies of their kids, they are helping to build a workforce that is instructed and ready to fail. When we are helping the middle class, it's the whole country.
We'll also be talking about many other ideas in this campaign to create jobs and economic growth for the middle class, including new and innovative infrastructure investments, ensuring opportunities for post-secondary education are available to everyone, and investing in world-leading research and innovation, particularly around the environment. Because Liberals understand this: when the middle class does well, so does the entire country. Le plan de Monsieur Harper a échoué.
Harper's plan has failed.
Et le plan de Monsieur Mulcair.
And Mr. Mulcair's plan is only a mirage.
Le NPD vous parlera de son
plan. The NDP will talk about its plan to increase the minimum wage. But it will not tell you that this plan will not help 99% of people who are earning the minimum wage in this country. It will not help the staffers of restaurants or in hotels or those who work in parking lots or cashiers. Tom Mulcair's plan will not give them 1 cent, for it only works for those working under federal rules, winning or earning the minimum wage. The NDP candidates will not tell you that. They are sending false hope to those who work hard. He pretends to help them, but that's not what they'll do. And Mr. Mulcair knows it far well. I think we have enough of this type of cynicism by conservatives of Mr. Harper. I believe that the bottom line is that this is why Canadians want change.
And the NDP's other answer for everything is to make the company you work for pay more in taxes. That means fewer jobs and less investment, all while our economy is stalled. The NDP would put the brakes on the economy at the worst possible time. The NDP will talk about helping the middle class, but they won't raise taxes on the wealthiest Canadians. And Mr. Mulcair won't cut taxes for the middle class. In fact, he'll even keep Stephen Harper's plan in place that sends child benefit checks to the wealthiest Canadians. Quite frankly, I don't know why he made the choices he's made. Maybe he's afraid of a tax. Well, I'll tell you something, my friends. I'm not. My opponents can say whatever they like about me. I'm going to stay focused on you, on making real change happen that will make a real difference in your life. So that's what I'm going to do. Stay focused on you, the people who build this country every day, and offer the best plan to help you. Our plan. The Liberal plan. You know, British Columbians usually, like so many Canadians, spend the August long weekend with family. We go camping, we have friends over for a barbecue, maybe catch a kid's soccer tournament. Well, Stephen Harper had a different idea this year. He spent something, all right. Your money. $125 million of it. Why? Because it's the best idea he could come up with to help him keep his job. Well, I believe a prime minister has three main jobs. Keep the country united, keep Canadians safe, and give everyone, the Canadian people, a real and fair chance to succeed. That's what our plan will do. That's what our team is committed to fighting for. And that's what this election truly will be all about. Merci beaucoup.